Yo, what's up, Sekai Tomatechis? So I found this question in Quora of all places, and it asked, what is a depressing game that you've played? This type of question will have spoilers on any game that you would talk about, because, you know, if it's depressing, there's a chance of death and such, so there's gonna be spoilers. First, I want to talk about a game that left me depressed, and I'm going to assume many others as well, but not everyone, for a very specific reason. That is The Last of Us Part 1, where if you don't know, to make a long story short, there's a pandemic hitting the world, and it's called Raid Shadow Legends. No, I'm playing. This video is not sponsored, unless. No. Hey, editor triangle smiley face here. After doing all the recording and editing for this part, I was unhappy with the end result, so I decided to redo the whole bit. I was originally going to talk about how the whole game had you doing everything only for Joel to lie to Ellie's face and leave you feeling like the deaths along the way were avoidable, including Joel's death himself, since he went ahead and killed the doctor in the lab, thus prompting Abby to kill him in part 2. If I was going to play a game that left me depressed, grieving, and full of regret, I would have just played Genshin. Anyways, enough of that. The game that I want to talk about next is Nier Automata. So this game is full of straight philosophy things. I know it looks sus, trust me, there's a bigger meaning into this scene, promise. To refresh your memory, there are 3 separate storylines to go through, and about 3 full credit rolls that you have to see before you finish the entire game. The first part is 2B's story. The second part is 9S's story, but it's basically 2B's story with just 9S's perspective. Lastly is A2's story, which is basically the other half of the game. In 2B's story, there's a lot of painful events that take place. The fall of the resistance camp, the death of Simone when John Paul friend-zones her. In 9S's story, you learn that she heard a rumor that she'd gain infinite beauty if she were to devour an android. She knew it was impossible, but she devoured one anyways, and then another, and then a couple more. It's just a few. Then there's Pascal's death in A2's story, which is where you have to delete his memory or kill him outright. And I'm not gonna lie, all these years, and I now find out that Pascal was a dude. What? We could have been boys, you know? I could have took you to a dope location where you would have had your wildest fantasies. Just, you know what? Never mind.
You're not that guy.
But seeing A2 kill both 2B and 9S really messes with you. I think the part that really gets me is with everything that has happened in the game, nothing truly prepares you for the ending credits, where you play a bullet hell shooter and random people's data come to your aid and protect you. If you get hit, someone's data gets deleted from the bank. When you finally beat the credit ending, the pods will ask you directly if you wish to use your data to help a random stranger, someone you don't know, just to beat this game, just like they helped you earlier. But the catch is, you have to delete your data to do it. All that hard work only to be remembered or seen through your trophy list. The only proof you have of beating the game and deleting your data is a new title screen. So the last death, technically, is your own, in a sense. Otsukaresama deshita. Congrats on dying. Hope you had a lot of fun. But this time, we're gonna pivot from hot anime booty to moody teenage angst with Persona 3 Fest. So at the very least, you may have heard of Persona 5 from Smash, since they brought in Joker. But this game came before Persona 5. So this game starts off with a girl holding a gun to her head and is hesitant to do something. Starting off on a high note, right? Couldn't be happier. You play as a protagonist who gives no so about anything. Due to this, you get your Persona powers in exchange for being held responsible for your actions. As you play through the story, you'll learn all about the struggles of everyone around you. Almost every social link has some sort of traumatic event which takes place or have took place, and the person has to overcome it. So here's your group, right? Here's your main character. Here's the leader of your group who has took you in, the party members, including that dog. You see that dog? His owner? Dead. Ken? His parents? Also dead. Killed by this guy, Shinji. Mitsuru? Her father? Shot in front of you. Dead. Shot by the very same leader in act of betrayal, but he got shot in the process. Knowing full well if it had come to a fight, he would have lost, so he jumps. Dead. Canon love interest? Her father? Dead. Don't forget about yourself. Both of your parents? Dead. Friend you met at the bench? Dead. Your best friend? Boom. Dead. But wait, what's this? His girlfriend uses an ability to recover him, and then he revives, but at the cost of her life. What does that mean? Dead. Going back to Shinji, who you get pretty early on, dies after being used in an in-game month. And not gonna lie, I was a very sad boy when I saw him go down. Anyways, the main premise of this game is that you're trying to stop this giant thing called Nyx from destroying the planet. As many protagonists, you're the only one to be able to reach it. Once you reach it, you'll fight a one-sided battle. You'll hear your friends, including Shinji, who says,
Alright, let's do this.
that gets you right in the feels. Then you'll use an attack called the Great Seal that takes all of your HP to use. Once sealed, everyone, including the protagonist, forgets everything related to Nyx, which includes why you know your friends to begin with, making them basically strangers. You play up to the graduation date in which you and your friends planned on going to the rooftop to meet once again and celebrate. On that day, your friends come to realize and remember everything and rush over to the roof where the protagonist is resting. Right as his friends come to him, his eyes gets heavy. The game asks you if you would want to close your eyes, and then congratulations, you beat the game. White screen. You end up seeing a white light and then credits roll. Your character was responsible for the Great Seal, which used up all of his HP. In other words, his life force, and it's left dead at the end. Once again, not gonna lie, but I was a very sad boy when this happened too. So sad, in fact, I told myself I wasn't gonna play this game again. Don't get me wrong, I thought it was a great game. It did left me kind of sad, so I just dealt with life one day at a time. At least when writing the script, these are the two that came up to mind. So there are definitely sadder games out there, but the ones that came into mind were these two for now. I was thinking about making this video a little bit longer, but after remembering what happened to my boy, I'll just end it up here. If you have anything to add, leave it in the comments below. If you have any questions, send it to me on Twitter, at AskMushra, and just be like, yo, at triangle smiley face. Why didn't you mention this character or this? This was way sadder. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.